group. That is an independent structure, and what we represent, the Lagos Goodluck Sambo Independent Campaign Group, is an independent campaign group supporting the other what TAN is doing, what grassroots is doing, what the party is doing. It's an independent supporting. And by the way, Senator Obanikoro, who I believe has just been cleared in his ministerial for his ministerial appointment, is the chairman of that independent campaign group. Okay.
Tell us, what would you say are the visions of the Goodluck Jonathan administration if re-voted into power, if he comes into power again 2015? What are the things that are going to be a little bit different from what we've seen over the years?
Well, you see, I am so sure that Nigerians will do the right thing and re-elect him, because he has done so much. It's just incredible when people say Jonathan hasn't done anything. That's the word, anything. When Jonathan took office, of the 35,000 kilometers of motorable road in Nigeria, only about 5,000 was actually motorable. Since he got into office, this has increased to about 25,000. Wow. Okay, so he has been doing a lot of work.
Dr. Pearse, we'll come back to that. Let's quickly take a call. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Adetokunbo. I'm coming from Holland.
From Holland, all the way from Holland. Thank you, sir. What's your contribution?
My contribution is that how are we sure that this election is going to take place on the 20th, as they have said, with what we are hearing now that this is not stable. Here in Holland, where I am, today is the election day. It was all peaceful without any problem. I don't know what's wrong with Nigeria. We are not sure that the election is going to take place now with what we are hearing that the people is not ready.
Well.
Okay. Thank you. Is that your contribution?
Yeah, that's one of my contributions. And my other contribution is that what we want peaceful election with what this man says. He's from US. At least he studied in the US. He knows much about election abroad. Why should he not carry something over to our Nigeria and teach them? Because most of them, we are not sure that the election is going to hold. Everybody's afraid that there may be civil war. After 28, we just pray that things go well. That's all we are praying for.
All right, then. Thank you so much for that. Dr. Pearse, over to you. Tension, people are not...
Yes, and he's right.
Okay.
And, nobody wants to keep on postponing this election. When people say Goodluck doesn't want to do the election, for what reason? Why would he be afraid? With all the power and the money and the contact and the strength he has in the country. If he's so powerful that he can manipulate the election, why would he be afraid? He would just go to election and manipulate it. The reason why the election has been postponed is because things that should be in place are not in place. And this is not America. We have problems. I worked for 20 years in the system in America. I know how it works. But when you come to Nigeria, the circumstances, for instance, when the security chief said things were not secured enough in the Northeast, I'd like to inform you, maybe you know, that September 11, 2001 was actually an election day in New York. It was a primary election in New York. Because of the terrorist activity, we had to postpone the election. So when the state is not stable, you have to consider that. Now, if by the 11th of March, it's the 21st of March, we still have a sizable percentage of people who have not collected their PVCs, we must revisit the issue. And I hope it will not happen. Do you know how much money we have spent? How much energy and how much time? Nobody wants to keep postponing this election.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pearse. Let's quickly take a call. Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good evening. My name is Erivo. I'm calling from Mallorca Island, Spain.
Oh, all the way from Spain. Thank you. What's your contribution?
Yeah, my contribution is I just want to say well done for example, well done too, and my gentleman that is with you there, I want to appreciate his effort, and he shouldn't mind the people that I'm rude to him. The truth is that, like the APC and their followers, I think they know what is really going on, really, because like before, it was the same INEC that the government have been using for all the previous elections. They never had any problem. But now, because something is really wrong somewhere along the line, that is why they are even speculating that, because they knew what they have done, that's why they are speculating that the government of the day, they want to start the island chairman and all that. And really, we can smell some rats along the line. So things are really going on that is not supposed to be so. But if that is the case, then we will have to exercise patience and see what will come out of it. But by the grace of God, things are going to go as well. The card, even with the percentage that they have now, the election can go on. Thank God the security aspect of it is there are some improvements. So we have up to about 80% improvement, and that is welcome development as well.
Okay.
And like other people that have just contributed, please, when we are contributing, we have to respect us. We are in a developed world, and we don't need to be rude to people, because the kind of language they are using is insultive and it's not too good. So
Thank you.
That is what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the way from Holland. Thank you. Dr. Pearse, the last caller mentioned, he said with the amount of PVCs that have been collected, that is it tenable for the elections to still go ahead? You said that INEC has been working.
Yes.
You gave us, 15% more that they have been able to distribute since the postponement. Now we have a couple of weeks left until the end. Yes. Do you think that should be enough to carry people through? Would that be,
I will tell you something that I've never said anywhere. But based on the comments I've been getting, I think I'll say this. And if by the 21st of March, I still don't have my PVC, me personally.
22nd, I
22nd,
think we can still.
I still don't have my PVC. And the PVC distribution has gone up to 85%. I would vote to have the election, even though I cannot vote. Okay? That would be a sacrifice. And I'm sure people who think that PDP is trying to... it just doesn't make any sense. We don't want to go ahead and say what we are hearing, what we suspect, cause this business of the PVC is not going around. Because we believe that the APC has actually infiltrated INEC. Because people are complaining every day that because their name is an Igbo name, a South name, they are not getting their PVCs. They actually had a rally to bombard the INEC office in Lagos, INEC headquarters in Lagos State, to complain that is non-indigenous, so-called non-Yoruba of Lagos State, complaining that proportionately they have not been disproportionately, they've not been given their PVCs. So there are all sorts of allegations. But
your name is Yoruba and you are Lagosian.
My name is not, first and foremost, with a name like Gabriel Pearse, they could say, no, I'm just saying, but these are allegations. But you are right. It is not only non-indigenous that are not getting their PVCs. It's a lot of people, particularly in some states like Lagos State. But the issue is, a lot of people are not getting their PVCs. And if we have enough by the time the exercise is over, let's have the elections, particularly if, and the way it seems, that the insurgency is to a great extent also under control in the Northeast.
So you would vote for the...
So I don't think people should panic. There is still hope for us to have the election on March 28th.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll be going on a quick break and we're going to be bringing in another guest just to balance up this equation. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Friendliness. Flying demands the best of safety procedures, and that is why we are abreast of global standards delivered by top technicians using some of the most advances. At Arik Air, we don't just believe in flying, we are passionate about the flying experience. An experience that safely delivers you at each destination, feeling comfort and pleasure. An experience which truly keeps you closer to your dreams. This is our vision, today, tomorrow, and beyond. Arik Air, Africa's fastest growing air. Every day starts with a vision. And as the saying goes, if you believe you can fly, you will. At Arik Air, we are determined to make good of every promise we make, maintaining operational excellence, an efficient fleet, and team friendliness. Flying demands the best of safety procedures, and that is why we are abreast of global standards delivered by top technicians using some of the most advantages. At Arik Air, we don't just believe in flying, we are passionate about the flying experience. An experience that safely delivers you at each destination, feeling comfort and pleasure. An experience which truly keeps you closer to your dreams. This is our vision, today, tomorrow, and beyond. Arik Air, Africa's fastest growing air.
Kábíyèsí wa ní sọ fún yín pé bó bá di lọ́jọ́ ìdìbò wọ́n ní gbogbo bíkíbi tẹ́ bá ti rí àmì ọlọ́mbrẹ́là tó jẹ́ ìdáàbòbò.
Hi and welcome. If you're just joining us, this is Nigeria Updates, where we tell you, what is happening within the polity of Nigeria as concerns our March 28 general elections. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do have a caller that's been on hold for a while. Please do. Okay, all right then. We're going to be introducing to you another of our guests. Her name is Lady Fumi Ayeola, and she's a member of the APC, the opposition party, the party that is also contesting for the general elections. A political analyst. Thank you so much, Fumi, for coming onto the program. Fumi, you've been listening to what Dr. Pearse has been saying. You've watched the interview as it's been going on, so you've heard a lot of what he has said. What are your thoughts towards the elections that are being conducted or that we're running up towards in Nigeria?
First of all, before I keep on talking, I have to say thank you for having me on this show. And viewers out there, when you're going out to vote on the 28th, please vote APC. General Buhari deserves it. And I'm going to defend PDP in their entire 16 years they've been in politics. They've never, the only thing they always faced was maybe when they are aspiring to be president. But whosoever have the opportunity to have the ticket of presidential candidates always automatically win the election. That's what they're used to. So I will always say something. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, respect. I call him irreplaceable for Nigerians. He's a political tiger, a lion that is only after one thing. You know how Nigeria has to move forward. People said, I was talking to somebody and said to me, oh, Asiwaju stole Nigeria money. I said, no. Asiwaju Tinubu was only a two-time governor.
Is Asiwaju running
Can
for
I finish,
president?
please? Can I finish, please? No, you have to let. That's the problem with PDP people. They were too.
It's all right, lady. For me, just quickly make your point. I just
for Asiwaju to work with Buhari, we know Buhari is going to deliver. He knows that Buhari is going to deliver. Okay. And there's a proverb that says, a young person, yes, the power, the strength behind them is their strength. They can jump from one place to the other. Why the matured